What's up everybody, Gamerboy for Life here, and today I am back with my Hack Client series. In this video we're going to be starting our file manager. If you are in my Discord server, you are probably well aware I have been asking you guys for some help with writing the states to a JSON file. But I figured it out. I actually just figured it out like 5 minutes ago, so I'm here recording to show you guys because I've been trying to get this done for quite a long time now. So in this video what I'm going to be doing is taking our modules, and I want to save the current state of the modules. So let's say you have like flight enabled and you end up leaving the game, like exiting the game completely and then reloading. I want that module to stay activated. That way you don't have to manually go through and re-enable all of your modules. That's what we're going to do in this video today, and as well as creating the file manager structure. Also for this video, I am back. I'm gonna record on my second monitor, as you guys can see. So this is 1080p. Let me know if you guys prefer the video looking like this or how it was in the last couple of videos with the stretched out screen. I prefer coding on my ultra wide, but like if it's better for you guys, I will code on this screen. So let's just jump straight into the video. So first off, we're gonna go and create a new package. Or sorry, I lied. I'm actually just gonna add this instead of extensions because it's hidden away. We're gonna make a new class named FileManager. Manager. Instead of FileManager, we need to create two files for this video. Like I was mentioning before, in this video I'm just gonna show you guys how to do like the modules and stuff. But I plan on making this like a multi-part little mini series inside of this series, because the file manager, you can do so much, you can save so much info with this. Once I get like a working alt manager that supports the new like mode or Microsoft logins, I will show you guys how to initiate that as well to save your alts. Well, to get started, we're just gonna do public static. We're gonna make a new file. We're gonna use the java.io, and we're gonna name this the root directory and set this to equal a new file. You can name this your client. That's what I do, so I'm just gonna name it paradox. Now we're gonna create another file. So public static file. I'm gonna name this modules, and this will make a new file. New file. And if you want to select the arguments, I would select this one, because the parent will be the root directory, and the child we're gonna name modules.json. Alright, so what this is doing, it's making a new file inside of our root directory called modules.json. Now, in order, this is just setting what these two variables equal. Now we actually have to do something with those variables. We're going to go down and do public void, and we're going to name this initiate. Inside of here, I'm going to add a note. So this code I'm about to make will do, this will make the root directory. And what we're going to do is say if exclamation point the root directory dot exist, then we're just going to have it do root directory dot make directories. And what this will do, this exclamation point basically says if not. So if this file doesn't exist, then it will make the directory. But if the directory exists, this won't run. So this will actually just make the file. Now we're gonna do the handles the modules method. For this, we'll do if modules doesn't exist, then we'll do something called save mods, else load mods. And to continue, before we start creating other methods and classes, I'm just going to quickly do public void save mods, and public void load mods. Alright, so that'll get rid of those errors, and we'll actually be filling this out in just a second. Right now, we're going to be messing with JSON files, so we need some type of Json Utility class. So I'm going to make a new class inside of utils, call it Json Utils. And in here, we're only going to put 3 lines of code. We're going to do public static Json as Json, and I'll make a new instance of Json. Now we'll do public static another instance of JSON, except this one's gonna be called pretty JSON, and this will make a new instance of the JSON builder dot set pretty printing. I lied, dot create. There we go. Now we can do public static JSON parser as the JSON parser, and I'll make a new instance of the JSON parser. Alright, now if I press Ctrl-Shift-O, it'll import everything, and bam, Json Utils is done. But now we gotta create a couple more methods inside of our module class and module manager. These methods basically, this is just gonna help build the structure of our actual client. And what we're gonna do first is go inside of module. So here, I'm gonna open up both module manager and module. Inside of module, we're gonna do this one first because this is the easiest. We're just gonna go down. We'll make a public void and name this enable on startup. And we'll set, so if this is called, we'll set the toggle to be true. And we're also gonna try to toggle plus on enable. Alrighty, so we're getting an error. We need to do catch exception e, and we'll do e.print stack trace. Alright, so that's it for the module class. Now module manager, this method is a little longer, but bear with me. This method, I was having trouble like trying to make it, so I reached out to my Discord server. The person named, I'm pretty sure his name's Viper. I will leave a his tag on screen because I want to give him a shout out for this. For here, we're gonna do public static module get module by name, and we're gonna initiate string module name. All right. So this is basically using our module class to create this get module by name. For this, we'll do for module m paradox.instance.moduleManager.get modules. So grab all of our modules, and we're gonna do if the name, so if exclamation point dot get name dot trim dot equals ignore case module name, and if m dot to string dot equals ignore case the module name dot trim, then it will continue and it will return as m, and we'll go down one, and this will return null. Okay. Alright, so now we have our methods set up. We can actually, real quick, before I continue with the file manager, we're going to go into our paradox class, or your main class. And here we're going to do a couple things. So, actually not in this video, but when I did my tab GUI, I had to do this. I'm going to show you guys a different way on how to do it. It's very simple. And this just glitches out now and then it doesn't want to work. But we're not going to be focusing on that today. We're going to come up here and do public static file manager as file manager. We'll come down here. I'm actually going to add a little bit of space and you'll see why. For this, we'll do file manager. We'll make a new instance of our file manager class. A file manager. There we go. And now, the reason why I created so much space, right above Discord rp.start, we're going to do file manager.initiate. Okay, now let me show you something. If we right click on client, click properties, and click this little button, that should open up your client directory. It opened up on my main monitor. We're going to go back, we'll open up jars, okay? So now we're going to click debug, and we should see our folders being made. It's launching on my other screen, but that doesn't matter. If I refresh, we should have paradox, and inside we do not have our modules. The module file didn't create yet. So I have a feeling that is because we have not created anything for the module class yet. But as you can see, it did create the folder. So we're going to go back to FileManager and finish this off really quick. So save mods, I'm going to add a note. This will save toggled state. So this will save whether or not it's true or false. And here we're going to try JSON object as JSON, and that'll make a new instance of the JSON object. Then sorry, we need to do that, squiggly bracket. We'll do for module mod paradox.instance.moduleManager.get modules. So this will grab all of our modules for this file, and we need to initiate or import module, sorry, and I'll get rid of those errors. We're going to do JSON object as JSON mod, and that'll make a new instance of the JSON object. Now we will do JSON mod.add property. Add property. The string will be called enabled. I'll show you what this is doing in a minute. And the value will be mod.isToggled. And underneath this, we'll do JSON.add. The string value or property will be mod.getName, and the value will be JSON mod. Alright, so that's that section done. We're going to go down one. Let me scroll down. And here we're going to make a print writer instance. And this will be, we'll just name it save and make a new instance of print writer. And we'll do new file writer and initiate modules. Now I gotta import the file writer. And we could do save.println JSON utils.prettyjson.toJSON, and the JSON element will be just JSON. I accidentally deleted it. There we go. And now we can do save.close. And here we're gonna catch exception as E and do e.print backtrace. Alright, so what this will do now, this will save the state of our modules. So if we reopen that file, let me just do that really quick. Open up our source, and I'm gonna run it while this does that. So once again, going inside of jars, paradox, once Minecraft loads, we should have this file now. Yep, modules.json. And if we open it up, opened up on my other monitor, we can see it created a list of all of the modules we currently have inside of the client. And as you can see, they're all set to false. Now, what I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to do a blacklist, because there's a couple modules which I don't want to save the current state of, and that's what we're going to do. So, real quick, before we actually do the load mods, I'm going to create a blacklist of the modules, and whatever mod we put in here will not get registered, so they won't relaunch, basically. Whew. Sorry, I'm just a little tired. Finished doing some recruiting stuff. Alright, so for this, we're gonna create, there's gonna be like two methods for this. One, we're gonna do a private hash set, and in here we're gonna just put string, and we're gonna call this the mod blacklist, and this will make a new sets.new hash set. And alright, so now anything we put inside of these little parentheses, any mods, will get blacklisted. So for example, I don't want the click GUI, so I could do click GUI.class.getName, and bam, now the click GUI, I'm pretty sure that's the right click GUI. If I scroll up, I should see it. Nope, it didn't import the right click GUI. I definitely don't want that one getting blacklisted. So if I do click GUI, I want our click GUI class to get blacklisted. And now to add more, you would just add a comma and type the same thing over for the next module. So now that we have our blacklist, we actually need to create a boolean to determine whether it's blacklisted or not. So we'll do a public boolean is mod blacklisted. And then here we'll initiate module m, and I need to change that to lowercase. All this is going to do is return the mod blacklist, and if it contains m.get class.getName. So now it will call upon our hash set, and if it contains any of these modules, it won't register them. Alright, so now we can load the mods. So this will be read mod states. Read toggled states, I'm actually going to put. And in here, this is going to be a little longer than the save mods section. So I've only been recording for 16 minutes. We're doing good on time. In here, we're going to set buffered reader as load, and I'll make a new instance of buffered reader. And in here, we'll do a new file reader, and we'll input modules. Maybe. There we go. Now we'll do another JSON object as JSON. This will make a new instance of the JSON object, and attached to it will be Json Utils dot JSON parser dot parse, and this will parse the load, which we just created. And now we'll do load dot close. Now we're going to do iterator, and in here we're going to initiate entry, and then string JSON element, and all this will be called ITR, and this will equal JSON.entrySet.iterator. Okay, that sounded confusing. Bear with me here. So to import the iterator, we're going to do java.util. And then for entry, there's going to be a lot of stuff. We're going to do the java.util.map, and JSON element will import. I'm not going to try to explain this stuff because a lot of this will just take bloody forever to tell you. Now we're going to do while itr.has next. There we go. So while this is running, we will do entry. Again, we're going to initiate string and the JSON element, and we're going to name this short to entry, and I'll make a new instance of the ITR next. And I will do module mod and set this equal to paradox.instance.moduleManager.get modules by name, which we just made. So we can do entry.getKey. And now we'll say if mod does not equal null, and if the mod isn't inside of our mod blacklist. So dot contains, we'll do mod.getClass.getName. So if both of these are met, so if the current module exists basically, and as long as it's not inside of our blacklist, then we can do JSON object as JSON module, and this will make a new JSON object with entry.getValue. We're going to make a boolean called enabled, and this will be equal to the JSON module.get. The member name will be enabled. This needs to be whatever we put up here. And then we're going to get as boolean. So this will grab this as being true or false. and we'll do if it is enabled, then we'll do, I don't want to put that, we'll just do mod.toggle. Alright, almost done, guys. So next to squiggly bracket that's giving an error, we can put catch exception as e and do e.print. Oh my god, of course I did that. e.print stack trace. Alright, that was a lot, but now we should be able to run our Minecraft. Actually, I lied to you. Something I forgot to do was create it so every time you exit the game, it calls upon this save states method, and so every time you exit the game, it will save whether or not the module is actually like triggered or not. So I'm on my other client at the moment. Just give me 1 second to find this. GUI Endgame. So we need to press Control-Shift-R and open up the GUI Endgame menu. And for this, we're gonna just scroll down. So as you can see, this is where this is creating buttons. As you can see, stats, achievements, open the LAN, options, return to game. The button we want is button 4, or would it be button 1? No, it would be button 4, sorry. We're gonna scroll down. So whenever that button is clicked, what this already does, it will take you to the main menu. And we already set what our main menu is. So, but actually, we're gonna add something to this. So now every time that button is clicked, it will do paradox.instance.filemanager.save-mods, as well as exit to the main menu. So now if we launch our client, it's opening up on my other monitor. Alright, so now that it's launched, if I open up, oh, I completely messed that up. There we go. So if we launch MCP World, let me just create, like, let me toggle all these mods. So as you can see, now we are just continuously, I'm like in survival doing all this. Now, once we click that save and quit to title, it's running this code. So now if we relaunch Minecraft, those modules will still be activated. And I'm back. That literally just took like 5 minutes. I forgot to add something inside of Paradox. So we need to make another method. This will be public void stop client. And inside of here, actually this needs to be static, sorry. It's static. So public static void stop client. This will do paradox.instance.filemanager.save-mods. And then we need to go inside of minecraft.java. We need to go down to about line 1431 where it says public void shutdown. And in here we need to do paradox.instance.stop client. My apology, I forgot to add that. So that basically makes it so every time Minecraft closes, it will, well, so now every time it closes, it will save the module state. So now if we load Paradox, and I go into single player, I should have, yep, all the modules. And there we go. So now if I were to disable all these modules, quit and reload, they shouldn't be enabled. So just give me 1 second, let it reload. Nothing's enabled. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I just showed you guys how to save module states, and what I will end up doing is, like, in the future, I will make more things about the file manager. Like I said, once I get a new alt manager, I'll show you how to save alts using our existing file manager structure. It's not that that's already set up, we don't have to do too much to it. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. I've already past 1,000 subs. Thank you guys so much for that. Make sure you join my Discord server. Link will be down in the in the description below. I try my best to keep up on it. Sometimes I like fail to do that, but I'm trying to get better. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.